Hi, ladies. My name is Jen Jodwin. I'm an advanced holistic nutritionist, and I specialize in working with women to help balance their hormones through lifestyle choices. Um, Specifically, we really look at how the various aspects of your lifestyle can influence your hormones and cause an imbalance that can really manifest as a number of symptoms that may not even be directly attributed to hormone imbalances. So I think when we think of hormone imbalances, a lot of us, we think of like PMSing or bloating and weight gain, that sort of thing. But even things such as fatigue and indigestion, irritable bowel syndrome, all of those types of issues can also be related to hormone imbalances. So really bringing in some healthy, positive aspects into your lifestyle can really help to achieve some symptomatic relief. So today I'm actually going to be sharing with you a little bit of information about endocrine disruptors and how those affect your hormone health. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. There we go. All right. So this is actually part 3 of the Happy and Healthy Hormones series that I've put together. The other 3 topics refer to part 1 is balancing your hormones through lifestyle. So that's an umbrella approach. Part 2 is the 5 nutrients that every woman needs daily and how those nutrients actually contribute to how you feel on a regular basis. Then part 3 here is endocrine disruptors, and part 4 talks about autoimmunity and hormone detoxing. So, before we begin, I will just thank you all for being here and listening to this information. Truthfully, the more that we know, the better we can do, and the more chances that we're going to have success and be intuitive to what our body needs. A little bit about me. As I mentioned, I'm an advanced holistic nutritionist. I'm really inspired to help women take control of their hormones because I personally have lived with a hormone imbalance for 17 years. And for much of those years, I was just being told by doctors that either everything was normal, not showing any abnormalities in my testings, or just being told to take medication to mask my symptoms essentially, but not actually look at the root cause of what's going on. Several years ago, I did finally get a diagnosis of endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome, which are essentially an estrogen dominant illness. I'm fortunate enough now for the last several years to be living symptom-free and medication-free all through my lifestyle habits. I have managed to control my hormones through the lifestyle that I live. So when I work with women, I really focus on the long-term lifestyle solution. You will see that I do have hormone detox programs in place, and this is really so that women can get a hyper-focused view into what they need to start doing right away to start gaining control and to start experiencing symptomatic relief, to really give their body the tools that it needs to start working properly. And then, of course, we move into looking at a long-term lifestyle maintenance solution. I personally believe in the healing power of food, of fruits and vegetables and whole food nutrition, just from the lifestyle that I live and the experience that I've had of being now symptom-free and medication-free. And I contribute a lot of that to my food and nutrition choices. So endocrine disrupting chemicals. Did you know that the average woman is exposed to over 500 synthetic chemicals every day just in our homes? And in fact, the average woman puts about 168 chemicals on her body every day. And of course, that can come from our makeup products, our personal care products, such as our shampoo and our perfume, even our menstrual products contain chemicals that are harmful and actually disrupt our endocrine system. And our endocrine system is essentially the part of our body that controls our hormones. It tells our body what parts of our body to make what hormone, in what quantity, when to release it, and even in what ratio with other hormones in your body. So when you start to get an imbalance within that system, that's when you really start to experience a lot of health issues. Now, some of the most common type of endocrine disrupting chemicals are known as xenoestrogens. And xenoestrogens essentially mimic our natural estrogen hormone. Now, we naturally require more progesterone than estrogen in our body. Progesterone is actually known as our pregnancy hormone. It's what gives us, lots of energy, healthy glow, feelings of really high mental states, and just all around good sleep, just a lot of really positive health effects. But when we become estrogen dominant, that's when we actually start to see a lot of problems and symptoms throughout our endocrine system. But we are continuously attacked by these chemicals because our environment is just so filled with them. For example, we're finding them, like we talked about, in our makeup, in our personal cleaning products, so our shampoo, our conditioner, our body lotion, our face wash, our moisturizers, our sunscreen, all of our makeup products, even hair coloring, our household cleaning supplies, pesticides on our food, and even in the air that we breathe from neighboring farms and just neighbors' yards. The food that we are eating, if you're eating genetically modified foods or foods that are not organic or more processed, these all have chemicals in them that are contributing to an endocrine disruption. And here is just a handful of the symptoms that you may be experiencing if you've got an endocrine disruption. There are 23 on this list here. And in fact, just 6 years ago, I had 21 of these symptoms. I actually had more symptoms than what's on this list, but 21 of these coincide with the list of symptoms that I took to my doctor when I finally said, is enough. Enough is enough. It is time to figure out what is the root cause of what's going on. And really, for me, all that meant was getting a diagnosis, which I was comfortable with, because then to me, it meant that I knew I no longer had to have a fear of what was going on, because what I was going through was validated, for one. I remember standing in an emergency room in the middle of the night, having been brought to the hospital by an ambulance because of my symptoms, and a doctor telling me, a male doctor telling me that everything was normal, to go home and take a Tylenol. And essentially, to be told something like that, you actually feel powerless and humiliated. And so when I finally had a diagnosis, it validated what I had gone through my entire life, what all the doctors had told me didn't exist, was actually true and there. And then it, of course, gave me some insight into what my body is doing at different times of the month and on different days, and what my hormones are sensitive to. And so that gave me the opportunity to really start taking some control. But essentially, these endocrine disrupting chemicals, these xenoestrogens, these are really what they do. So they're reducing the production of our own hormones. They're affecting the release of our hormones. So not only do we have less hormones being produced, they're not being released either at the right time, in the right quantities, and then they are counteracting the action of our own hormones. So it's like a positive and a negative action going on, and essentially, if you take a positive and a negative, they cancel each other out and you have nothing going on, or one is stronger than the other and you don't have quite the right balance. Then, of course, they're disrupting the production and transport of our hormones. So assuming these hormones are actually being released from our endocrine system, they're not being transported efficiently throughout our body. And that's because they're locking on to our hormone receptors, which are blocking our body's ability to use our natural hormones. And then because of this, they are also speeding up the metabolism of our hormones, which reduces their efficiency and their action, which causes our body to produce more of our own natural hormone. And these effects are real. I've personally lived with them. I work with women every day who complain to me of hormone symptoms such as weight gain, heavy periods, painful periods, acne, fibroids, fatigue, digestive issues. These are all linked to endocrine disruption. So what can we do about this, right? Like, we are all experiencing this. And in fact, 80% of women worldwide experience a hormone imbalance of some kind. So what can we do about this? Well, we really need to look at detoxing our endocrine system and detoxing our hormones in our body. This is why you would need one, right? So our liver is essentially responsible for detoxing our body. However, because we are bombarded with hundreds of different environmental toxins on a daily basis that are disrupting our hormone balance, our liver is just overloaded. It's overworked. It cannot keep up. So doing a hormone detox really gives your body the chance to get ahead of what's going on internally and get back on track to removing these toxins. One of the best places to start is with your diet. Why? Because it is a non-negotiable action that you do every day. You eat every day. You might not work out every day. You might not drink a lot of water every day, but you eat every day. And so eating is one of the first places that I recommend all women to start for detoxing their diet. And of course, eating organic, although it costs a little bit more, is going to produce better results, because if you're eating foods that are not organic, we've already talked a little bit about this, but they contain higher levels of pesticides and chemicals. And these are specifically known to be estrogenic. So they really need to go. Now, if you head over to Google and you type in EWG Dirty Dozen 2020, Environmental Working Group Dirty Dozen 2020, you can actually download a list of the highest, the foods, the dozen foods that are highest in pesticides. These are the ones you want to buy organic. You can also head to their website and just head to Google EWG Clean 15 2020, and that is going to give you the list of the cleanest 15 produce that you can buy that you can not buy organic and not have as many toxins entering your system. Then I recommend that you grab a handful of these and eat these on a regular basis. These foods specifically help our body detox. They support our liver in its detoxification process. If you're going to be using turmeric, you want to make sure that you're adding a little bit of black pepper with that. That's going to increase your bioavailability of the turmeric to increase its detoxification properties. But things like cruciferous vegetables, that would be kale, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy, collards. These are all fantastic foods you could be eating on a daily basis. I mean, if you just made yourself a massive salad, you threw in some parsley, cilantro, topped it with a little bit of ground flaxseed, threw in some blueberries even to sweeten it up, and do a really nice lemon ginger dressing on that. I'm telling you, you will feel amazing. Then, of course, I mean, we talked about this, 168 chemicals are going onto our skin every day. So we need to detox our beauty care, reducing the types of products that we're using, being more mindful of the chemicals that are in our products. So avoiding ones that contain BPA and phthalates. Those are really well-known xenoestrogens that are binding to estrogen receptors that are, of course, causing high levels of estrogen. Here's just a handful of safe products that you can look into. Another really great one is RenPure, RenPure. Really great product line there as well that have lower levels of chemicals in them. You can also go to the Environmental Working Group's website, and they have just tons of lists. You can actually type in names of products that you're using and find out how they rank on their scale of health-wise and cleanliness. So those are some really great ones to look at. And then, of course, our cleaning supplies. These are things we're using on a pretty regular basis that we are exposed to, such as our antibacterial sprays, air fresheners, even our dryer sheets. These are all products that we use that are containing chemicals that are disrupting our endocrine system. Here's a handful of products that you probably already have in your house on a regular basis that you can actually use in all areas of your house, including most of them on your skin or in your hair, to be cleaning efficiently and safely. Castile soap, a really great brand for that is Dr. Bronner's. They actually have a multi-use bottle of castile soap, which has 18 uses on the bottle, and you need very little soap. It's highly concentrated, very little soap to do a whole lot of work with it. And you can even make your own shampoos with it. You can wash dishes with it. You can sterilize your house. Hand soap, all kinds of different things to use this for, and is super efficient. And of course, if you know anything about essential oils, there's a lot of them that have different properties. So if you need antibacterial ones or antiseptic ones, or you need ones for calming, so these are all things that you can look into or connect with, you know, like with one of your friends who sell essential oils. I'm sure they would be so thrilled to help you adopt more healthier cleaning supplies in your house. And then I really want you to consider the shred lifestyle. The shred lifestyle truthfully looks at eliminating the toxic and inflammatory properties of our life while adding anti-inflammatory and positive aspects into our lifestyle. So really it's about adding more fruits and vegetables, which we talked about. Having a clean diet, having more fruits and vegetables gives your body the antioxidants that it needs to properly detox. And this product here, the Juice Plus product, is fantastic for that. It has over 30 fruits and veggies just in the 3 on the left. The Omega blend on the right is vegan and plant-based. There's no fish in it. It goes right down to the algal source for the omega-3, but actually also has omegas 3s, 3, 5, 6, and 7s. So and all in a bioavailable ratio for our body. The Juice Plus capsules, over 30 fruits and veggies of a massive variety. And you'll see like broccoli, beets, cabbage, lemon, parsley. These are all things that were on the detox list just a little while ago. Kale, and that's part of the brassica family, right? And these are all getting into your body at a cellular level to support your body's ability to detox. Then, of course, the shred lifestyle is more than just adding more fruits and vegetables. It's about drinking more water, which helps your body detox. It's about exercising, which allows your body to detox efficiently by providing oxygenated blood throughout and grabbing toxins for flushing. And then, of course, the shred lifestyle comes with so much. You get your recipe books, you get meal plans, there's meal prep videos, there's live workout videos, there's support, and there's even just a really great community of like-minded people who are there with you, going through some of the same journeys, experiencing real life. And that's the greatest thing about the shred lifestyle, is that it really does address the fact that it's not an all or nothing. You really can start to heal your body from the inside out in our busy lifestyle. And you can see here, this is exactly how it works actually. So when you are just dieting or you're over exercising, what's happening is that all these toxins are actually just stored in your fat. But when you burn your fat, these exposes the toxins. And what happens then is your body's rebound effect of self-protection actually causes fat retention. And so because those toxins were not removed, you actually have a rebound of fat production and retention, where those toxins stay living. But when we look at detoxing our body, this actually means that our body is taking those toxins and removing them. We're not just burning fat. We're not just like making ourselves thinner. We are actually removing the toxins from our body, from our fat cells, from all of our cells, and removing those, which allows our body to work efficiently and not have a rebound effect. So that puts us into a maintenance category of health. And that's really how the shred helps support that, because you go through this in like you go through your detoxing stage of shedding all of those impurities, and then you really look at maintaining that over your lifetime as a lifestyle. Even when life is busy and crazy and you feel like indulging, you still have that opportunity to maintain that lifestyle, which is fantastic. And really, like, these are some of the results that so many people experience just by participating in the shred lifestyle. Like, they actually crave more fruits and vegetables because your body is, of course, sorry, your body recognizes good food and good fuel. You have a healthier weight. You have better recovery from your workouts, which means you also have higher energy. You're sleeping better. You have healthier hair, skin, and nails. Essentially, our hair, skin, and nails regenerates every 30 days. So what you put into your body is going to show on the outside of your body within 30 days. So if you're putting good clean fuel, good clean fruits and vegetables, and removing toxins, you are going to have beautiful hair, skin, and nails. And then, of course, that also increases your mental clarity. You no longer have brain fog, where your body is more focused on removing toxins than actually boosting what you're capable of doing. So thank you all so much for listening to this. I'd love to help you get a little boost on your weight loss this summer. So if you are interested, just drop a comment below. Just say, yeah, give it to me. This is a free ebook for you. It's based on 5 foods that are going to help you lose weight naturally. And of course, at the end of it is also a recipe to incorporate all 5 of those foods. Totally free for you. So just let me know in the comments if you want it. And then thank you so much for listening to all this information. You are one step closer to having happier and healthier hormones.